guys, so I'm here with Albert and his 8-week update. I have done a video before, but I deleted it because I just felt that I wanted to do a proper sit down video. As you can see, I've just washed my face, well not washed my face, taken my makeup off, and then I need to like actually cleanse my face and take my eye makeup off because I'm going to be heading into the shower. I just thought I'd do it now while Sebastian's asleep and Albert is kind of settled. The last video was up, basically Albert had, you know, he's having the issues that he was having. Check that video out if you want to know what's been going on with Albert since we've had him. The day after that I went for my 6-week check and the doctor was horrific with me. She was awful. She just disregarded any of my thoughts and feelings and just made me feel about this small and neurotic and just awful. I ended up coming home in tears on the phone to the health visitor, like begging them to help me. Chris came back after being really poorly and that really helped me as well. I have to say, we did go to A&E at one point because we were really concerned about him crying, and he was so nice, the paediatrician we saw. He basically just reassured us that he suspected it was just purple crying, that it was developmental, and whilst it's really, really difficult to deal with, he didn't suspect it was a cow's milk protein intolerance, though it could be. He said start on the milk ladder, which I've been doing, and Albert hasn't reacted to dairy, whereas before I do believe he did react to dairy massively, came out in a flaming rash and was very, very poorly the next day. So he did say they do grow out of it, but to start, I'm only on the bottom of the milk ladder, which is basically just items with less milk in, and then you work your way up that ladder with higher dairy products in time. And so far that's been going fine, and Albert has done really, really well. I think just the fact that I got reassured by the paediatrician meant that I was much more calm in myself, and therefore felt like, which I suspect Albert picked up on, he is much more content. Although on the evenings he's really grizzly on the evenings. He does tend to cluster feed and get really shouty and screams like the place down from about 8 till midnight, but then he'll go down for about 5 hours and pretty much sleep. He'll wake up for a feed, but then pretty much sleep right through, really, apart from for that short feed. He's really quite a content baby. Well, I think he's quite content. I can't remember what Sebastian was like at all. I know Sebastian was in a routine from 6 weeks, but obviously with Albert being kind of exclusively breastfed, not combination fed, it's a bit more difficult this time around to get him into a kind of feeding routine. Saying that though, the evenings are a bit mishmashy, but on a in the day he tends to wake up about 7, same time as Sebastian, has some awake time, and then we'll go down again at about kind of 8-9 o'clock for kind of a morning nap, and then he'll wake up around kind of lunchtime or before lunch, and then in the afternoon he goes down for his longest nap. And I tried to bath him at the same time as Sebastian and feed him, and sometimes he goes down for a good while and sometimes he just doesn't, like tonight. It all just really depends, but we're trying to kind of keep that kind of consistent routine and try and get him down for sort of like a bedtime. But you know, it's kind of what he wants and stuff. So Albert also had a tongue tie, if you guys remember. I might have mentioned it, I'm not sure. He had it snipped today and I have to say he's been dead good with it. She did say it wasn't kind of a severe one, but it wasn't the most mildest one, but it wasn't the most severe. It was kind of in the middle. So it was up to me whether I chose to get it cut, and I did. I haven't noticed a difference in his latch just yet, but she did say that at 8 weeks he would have established his breastfeeding a bit more, so it will take a bit more work than a newborn, like a tiny first, you know, baby that's been done a few days old. As you can see in his face as well, the rash has cleared up. He's got a bit of baby acne on his forehead. He's got kind of a patch here of eczema. And then he has some baby acne around the side of his face, but it's nowhere near as bad as it was. He's so cute. Oh, he's always so cute. He's so cute. I look horrendous. I'm so sorry, guys. This really is the honest face of parenting. I'm here sat with my latte, so I'm going to have to drink that before it goes cold. He's starting to lose his hair as well. As you can see around the kind of sides here, he's starting to lose his hair. At the hospital he was weighed and he is £10.5, aren't you, Albert? Albert. He's done, you know, he's been doing really, really well. He is far bigger than Sebastian ever was. In my opinion, he's absolutely huge, but he has tiny legs and a really long body. And he is in some 3 to 6 month vests, although they're a bit big for him. He does fit into them. But for most of it, we are in kind of out of newborn and into 0 to 3. There's a couple of newborn items that he still fits. First size, usually trousers, a couple of trousers that still fits, but for tops and stuff, it's all kind of 0 to 3. Oh, bless you. So that's pretty much it for Albert. There really isn't much to report. He has just done so much better. Like I said, he's having much more content, kind of calm moments, and he's smiling more. Come the new year, we'll be doing baby sensory, so I'm very much looking forward to that, and just seeing how he interacts with things. Sometimes we can go days where we just barely get a peep out of him. He's just so kind of quiet and content, and it's great. As for myself, I am doing so much better than I was mentally. The health visitor came today. She was really concerned about how I was compared to how I was the first time she saw me, when I was in complete crisis. But she said, you know, you look great, and I feel really good. I think now that he's starting to do better and we're over that kind of 6-week hump, I feel mentally better in myself. Things still get really stressful, and I have my downtimes when I just feel like everything's falling apart. You know, what with Chris being poorly and with Sebastian, Sebastian's behaviour has been very challenging recently. But then it is Christmas. He's had the run up to Christmas. He's had presents. He's been seeing family. He's not been at nursery. We've taken away his dummy. We did that cold turkey one day, just said no dummy now, Father Christmas has got it in exchange for your bike, and he was fine with it. He does ask for it occasionally, but I am noticing it's actually slightly harder to settle him without his dummy, which can be difficult. And he has been getting up really early in the morning and complaining of monsters and stuff. So there's been a lot going on for him, and I will have to do kind of I've done kind of a 2-year update, but I think I might do another update on Sebastian and try and get him in some videos as well. So yeah, that's been challenging. As for myself, I feel postpartum weight-wise, I haven't weighed myself, but I think I'm pretty much the same. I can't work out if I'm losing weight or gaining weight. Sometimes I think I'm losing weight, and then sometimes I think I'm gaining weight, just because I am eating so much rubbish. I just constantly feel hungry. Another thing I feel as well a lot of the time, which I must see the doctor about, is I feel very lightheaded, and I feel like Albert has drunk me dry and I'm lightheaded, kind of like, you know, that kind of feeling. And I think it's because I'm not drinking enough water. That's something I haven't been doing and I need to do. But I'm kind of going to try and remind myself to make sure I drink plenty of water. Oh yeah, he doesn't take a dummy. I really wish he did. I'm really trying hard to get him to take one. If anyone has any tips on that, people will probably say, oh no, don't do it, but I really feel I need to, because he does suckle for comfort. He'll suckle on our fingers and fall asleep, but I can't get him to take a dummy. I think Sebastian didn't take one until he was about 3 months old, so maybe I've just got to persevere with it, I don't know. But yeah, it's really frustrating. Anyway, that's all I have time for today. I'm gonna go and enjoy my latte, my Channel Mum mug, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.